How do? Welcome back to Witcombe Park Farm. Today is the day that we start our potato empire. Last episode we sold off all of our produce. The raw linseed, the raw poppy, the straw, the lettuce, all of the oil. That's put us at 1.2, just over 1.2 million pounds. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that's enough to get the potato empire going. It should be. We're driving down in telehandler because we're going to get this salt off. Because we're going to upgrade to a wheel loader, which we'll need for loading the potatoes. And we can also use that for loading silage because we're going to swap to clamps. The alfalfa has reset its growth stage. So rather than waiting another 3 months for that alfalfa, we might as well get it over drilled with grass. Because we know we're guaranteed 3 cuts a year off the grass. And I think for the past, I want to say 3 years, possibly 4, we've only got 2 cuts off the alfalfa. So for me, I think grass is going to be the best option. Yes, come on, mate. Alright, I'll go in. Yeah, and I do prefer doing silage in clamps. I don't mind baling it, but I do prefer it in clamps. And what that also means is that we can sell off that Massey Ferguson baler, which is worth quite a bit, I think. The question on my mind with the telehandler now is... Hello? Hello? Don't know what went on then. The question is, do we repair this telehandler? We can repair the fork. The spike. Fork. Get that salt off for 400 quid. So this is worth 4,700. It's 5.5 grand on a repair. I don't think it's going to be worth it, because if you look what happened last time, we lost all that money, so we're just going to sell it straight off. We don't have a need for keeping it. I've moved the pallets that were, taking them back up to the farm. So now the fun part, spending our money. I don't think there's anything in shop. There is a belt, but I'm not going to be using a belt. Oh, the Merlot. That's my favourite telehandler. And the only reason for that is because it's got a 3-point on the back. And I love the colour. Right, no, there's nothing in the shop. So, what we need. What do we need? We only need a planter and a harvester, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the harvesters are over 0.5 mil. These planters, can he do... Spuds? No. Okay, so we're into the potato planter category. So that does 3 metres, 3 metres, 6 metres. So we want the 6 metre. That shadow of a doubt, £200,000 I might add for that though. But we need it. Just going to have to bite the bullet. 200k gone. Still over 1 million left. Potato technology. So the question is, we could get a pull along one. 1.5 metres. So, I'm not bothered about the difference in price. What I'm looking at, I mean, that can do onions, which we may want to do at some point, but I don't, it's not on the priority. It's faster than this one, but same working width, but the storage capacity is only 9.6 and this is 22.5. And given the yield that we get off spuds, I think we are better off with the Ventor. Look at the size of it. Ooh, it's a beast of a machine. Not too bothered about wheels, or are we? Or are we? I don't think we are. Don't think we are. So 600k for that bad boy. Boom. Gone. Okay, so that is everything we need. Oh no, we need... Well, we need the wheel loader. But we are going to have... It's only 40k, the one I want. But we are going to have the silage to sell in June. So I think, first up, look at it. What a beast. Yeah, first up, we're going to buy a field, I think. So, we were discussing fields on the last episode. And we've got quite a few options depending what we want to do here. So we've got 440k to play with. I don't want it to be too massive because the yield on potatoes is huge anyway. None of them... Well, that one does. And that one does. That's 7 acres, best part of. And that's 2. I think we go 43 and 46. We could even afford... So what's that? That's 210 plus 70, so that's 290. 390. 410. We could afford all 3 of those. And have all 3 of those as spuds. But that is going to be a massive harvest for spuds. Ooh. And that would only leave us 30k. We've still got stuff on hire purchase. That would cost us 60k to pay that off. We haven't got a loan at least. Would I be silly to burn the rest of this money on those 3 fields? That is my question. Because we've got 3 months and then we can sell the silage off. And there's 42, 43 bales of silage, alfalfa silage. And we'll probably... Yeah, or do I save the grass silage? Because this year I think the grass silage is going to be baled. Unless we can get a cheap forage wagon. Because we've got everything else. We've got a roller. We're going to have to put some twins on one at tractors. I think we just bite the bullet. Buy these 3 fields. And then we can get the wheel loader. Because bearing in mind, let's just buy the soil samples. Because bearing in mind, we're not going to harvest these spuds. We're going to plant them today. But they're not going to harvest until August. Which is after the seed harvest. Yeah, so we have got time. What is... Before we get going on planting the potatoes, I just want to get an idea of how much a forage wagon is going to cost me. There may be one that comes up in the sale. But just as a general idea, I do have quite a lot of mods for forage wagons. That tends to be my go-to one. Because it's got a big tank and it can take silage additive. So if we were to get that with the silage additive tank, that would be 40k. Plus 40k for the wheel loader, so that's 80k. And how much is that massive Ferguson baler worth? 50k. Maybe a little bit more if we take it down to its shop and repair it. So let's say 55k. So yeah, we should have enough. With the silage and selling that baler, we should have enough for the wheel loader and the forage wagon. So I'm going to go and grab a tractor. What is the horsepower requirements for this potato planter? 170. So 170. We could do it in any of our tractors. Nothing else for us to do. Is there anything else that requires a tractor? I don't think so. So the John Deere's at 40 hours. So it's going to be the New Holland. Just because I think the hours we've got on it. We are going to need to lime all three of those fields before we get going. Yeah, let's set... Where's the Fent? Let's get the Fent lime in. We'll get the Fent lime in. And then by the time we get back up... Oh, that's the front weight, it's dropped. Drop the trailer. We'll get this Fent lime in, and by the time we get down to the store and get back up with potato planter... we also need to drill. I can get the New Holland drilling grass, I think. Shouldn't need to lime. I've dropped out a one-time speed because we are going to have a lot to do this month. So if I get the John Deere on smaller drill, drilling grass over the alfalfa fields, we'll get the Fent lime in, we'll get the New Holland pulling the potato planter. We should be alright then. Let's just check the pH. The pH is good. Yeah, I think we'll just leave the lime. We need to get that harvester moved. It's going to be an issue. Slap bang in one of my fields. Okay, I'll get this harvester moved. I will set the Fent lime in this field. I'll take the New Holland down. I'll grab the potato harvester. I'm going to set the John Deere up over drilling the grass over the alfalfa. And then after all that's done, we'll bring it back and we'll start planting our potatoes, I think, on a time lapse. So I'll see you soon. Right, we are back up. We are at the field. I bought 4 pallets of seeds and that filled it 52%, so I'm hoping that's going to be enough because that's a lot of seed. We only had to half fill the planter, but we shall see. Everything's been limed, ready for us. What I did notice, and I don't know why I didn't spot this before, 46 is already drilled with poppy. So, a bonus there for us, I think. It does need nitrogen. I've limed it, that's good to go. So we're going to need to nitrogen as well. But 47 has already been over drilled with grass. That didn't take long at all. It's nearly done 98 as well. 97 didn't require any lime at all. And none of these grass fields require nitrogen. Because... set that up. Because the alfalfa acts as a cover crop. So that saved us a bit of cash there as well. Tramline width. Tramline width. Why would you want tram lines with spuds? Who knows? None. Nice. Okay. No tram lines. Beautiful. What I was thinking as well, I just want to double check. We will get drilling in a minute. These potato planters, I don't think they're direct drills, are they? Or direct planters, I should say. Tell me on there. No, they're not. So that does mean... oh god, those seeds are going down quick. Jesus Christ, flying down. That does mean we're going to need to buy a cultivator. What is the working speed of this implement? 7 mile an hour. Okay. So we are peak, which is fine. Struggling a little bit. The old hill. I'm hoping. I haven't seen it yet, and I don't know if there's any way of checking. The scout was sent out to look for that tractor. Doesn't seem to have come back yet. Hoping that will come back at some point. We'll give it a year, so we'll give it till the next planting season for the linseed and poppy. But we'll get this drilled on a time lapse. It does have a bit of a hill on this field, but it's nowhere near as much as the other one. And the New Holland seems to be pulling it absolutely fine. So hopefully we should have no issues. I imagine we're probably going to have to get some more seed though. And I haven't got... the flatbed's down at oil mill, I think. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's crack on with this field. And get our spuds in. Well, I think it's safe to say that potatoes chew through seed like no tomorrow. Bloody hell fire, we've done 3 laps at Headland. And we've used 4 pallets of seeds to do 3 laps at Headland. So we're going to have to... well, I don't know. Probably 8 pallets maybe on top of this we're going to need. Because we've done Headland, we've still got all the ups and downs to do. So where did I leave the flatbed? Is it down... is it down at oil mill? No, it's at the farm. Oh, it's there, right next to Nemesis. Okay. Let's give the Well, I need actually to lime this field if it needs it. pH is good. Yes, it does need a little bit of lime. So we might as well set the John Deere going on the last field that we're changing into grass. We'll set the Fent going on here just to lime it. Shouldn't it take? By the time we get to the store and come back, it'll have probably finished. And we'll use the Nemesis, I think, to go down and get 8 pallets. I think we're gonna need 8. I'm gonna go with 8. Or do we go 10? Because we have got another field to do. Thinking about it, actually, we have got another field to do. Money's going to be an issue here. I did not expect to need sort of 16 pallets of seed. To plant these potatoes. May have to take a small loan out then. Not much. Like, because we're not gonna make any more money now until June when that silage goes. So April, May, June, so we're gonna have 3 monthly payments to do. So that's gonna be best part of 10k. Gotta do the 40 at 1.2 million. And we're having to take a loan out to be able to bloody buy seed. Unbelievable. But because I have done potatoes before, but it's been a bloody long time since I did them. I suppose the other question is, do potatoes need rolling? The answer is I've no idea. So we need to check that out as well. No, it's not come up with the needs rolling. The grass fields have, but I believe you need a grass roller for that as opposed to a standard roller. Well, at least that's one less thing to do. So I'll get this moved off. Pallet of lime and 3 pallets of liquid fertiliser, I think. Or is it 2 fertiliser? Oh, it's a pallet of solid fert, pallet of herbicide, 2 pallets of liquid fert. Okay, I'll get these moved off and we'll get down to the shop. Right, let's see how much this is going to cost us. There's no seed in the sale, I don't think. Nope. If we buy a pallet of potatoes, does that go into the potato harvester? Because that's 950 quid per 1,000 litres. Seed is 1,260 quid. So 300 quid more. Let's buy a pallet of potatoes. Oh, the planter's up top though. I'm just going to go with seed because I don't know. I don't want to buy pallets of potatoes, get it back up to farm and it doesn't take them. So we want... Oh, that's 10 grand for 8 and we need more than that as well. I reckon we probably need another 4. Let's just have a look at what our daily costs are to get an idea. I think it's around about 2.5 grand. I may be way wrong there though. We're more than that, so we're basically, what's that, 3? We're basically 4k. So we'll need 12k to get us through to when we can sell that silage off. When do we sell the spuds? Because this first lot is going to be sold off November. Okay, so that's pretty good actually, because if you think about it, the linseed and poppy will go December. Spuds will go November. Oil will go March. So yeah, I think that's alright actually. I'd have preferred it in like October, just so it was like bang in the middle. But November's alright. So we'll get these back up to farm. Get the planter loaded up again. I imagine them 2 fields that we've planted are going to give us a massive yield. Because spuds yield crazy. So we'll play it by ear. But I imagine that these 2 fields are going to do us for spuds. The planting's not the issue, it's the harvesting that takes the time. But next on the spud front is going to be the potato processing plant. Because with the spuds and the linseed oil, we can make potato wedges, which go for a crazy amount. Because I think, if I remember rightly, it's over $250,000 for that processing plant. But that can wait till this time next year. Because we won't be harvesting for the production, for the potato production, until November year 6. Not November. When is potato harvest? August. So August year 6 will be when we harvest for that. And then after the potato processing plant, the next thing we're going to buy is some cows. And I'd quite like to get 2 varieties. I want to get a dairy cow and I want to get a meat cow, I suppose. Right, lovely jubbly. We're going to need to just leave this here for now, because we shall need to top up before we do next field. Bloody good job these edges don't have collisions, I tell you. Right, let us carry on. Get this field done. And then we can move on to that field just below us, get that one done. And then I think we'll probably fertilise next month.
Can't get enough of this old world. Another auctioneer, a fist inside of his mouth, watching it happen. Tide rolled in and it washed us out. What was enough back then is more than enough right now. How we missing every train with love lights on, or how the rainbow bends, turn around and it's already gone. And watching it happen, trouble ahead that everyone saw. I thought I knew back then
Right, well that wasn't too bad at all. We got a solid 7 mile an hour all the way around the field. New Holland pulled this planter with no issues whatsoever, even on the hills, which is great stuff. We've done another 80% worth of seed though, so it is an expensive do with this seed. If anybody knows if you can put potatoes in the planter instead of seeds, please let me know. And then for next year, it will be a bit cheaper for us to buy. How big is this field? Yeah, so nearly 7 acres. Which is a nice size for spuds. And then we'll have another 4 there. We'll have probably 11 acres total. Which is about the same as the top field, our biggest field. So we should get a decent yield. Other than fertilising though, I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Because we can't roll. I don't know if we mulch or not. I'll have to do a bit of research into that. So like I said, I have done spuds before, but it's been a hell of a long time since I did them. So let's get refilled and we can move on to the next field. You see, it looks like it's spuds in there. I know it's taking it from a seed pallet, but it does look like spuds. Which would lead me to believe that you can just put the spuds straight in. Which I suppose then begs the question, can you fill it with your own spuds? So if we hold back 20,000 litres of spuds or whatever, can we use it to refill? Sorry. We'll have to fold it. Wow. Absolutely annihilating the Nemesis there. I've just popped both its tyres and scratched all its paintwork. Because I actually wonder, I keep getting sidetracked, but I'm just thinking about the spuds. So they go for 765 per 1,000 litres. We'll buy them at 950, so we'd save. Yes, we'd lose 20,000 litres of spuds from the harvest, but we'd save 200 quid per 1,000 litres. I don't know. Probably wouldn't be worth it if we had the processing plant, because we make a lot more than that from the potato wedges. But yeah, let me know if we can use our own spuds or if we can use the spuds that we buy from the shop. I'd be interested to find out. I feel like I need to touch on the DLC as well, the Sky Pack or whatever it's called. Sky Agri Pack, whatever. Absolute joke of a DLC. I don't know what Giants were thinking putting that out, to be honest. Got tram lines again. Okay, tram lines off. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. The year 2 DLC has been shocking, to be honest. All of the DLC that's come out for it has been a waste of time. I mean, even the bars, I suppose I get what they were trying to do, but it's crap. No other word for it, to be honest. People are not happy with it as well. It's had a lot of bad feedback on Steam and on, I've seen quite a few TikTok and YouTube videos saying how poor it is. So they've really messed up there. I don't know if they're releasing anything else on the year 2 until they drop the new map. I mean, I know the year 1 season pass, some people didn't think was amazing, you know, it wasn't groundbreaking or all like that, but I thought it had some real good stuff in it. The Plains and Prairies, for example, was a good one. I like those tractors. Obviously we're using one now in the Nemesis. And obviously Kinlake is a peak map. I love Kinlake, it's amazing. So I'm hoping they can redeem themselves. Well, they're never going to fully redeem themselves after that season pack, but at least if they chuck out a quality map at the end of it, they might bring it back a little bit. But yeah, it's completely flopped. I can't remember if they do a year 3 pack or if then it's a new game. I can't remember. I kind of feel like it's going to be a year 3, because next one will be FS28, which should come out in 27 next year. So, well, I don't know actually. Depends when they release the map. I'll have to have a look at the road map. But yeah, all in all, the year 2 pack has been absolute crap. So it is disappointing. It is disappointing because they put stuff out like the fire engine bloody mod, which I'm still annoyed about because it's just a complete waste of time. Is that mod? At the end of the day, we're a farming game, not a bloody fire engine game. But anyway, enough waffle, enough negativity from me about the developers. Let's get this field done. It won't take us long at all. It's quite a small field. Well, we're just had enough implanter for this field. Screw it through with skin of his teeth there. I'm quite enjoying this potato planting. I think the field looks nice when it's done. All these rows makes me want to do more root crops. Right, now that is done. I think that's us done for March. Like I said, we'll fertilise in April and we'll spray off the weed May, I think. And then come June we should be in this first grass harvest. We're not going to have the money to buy a forage wagon to be able to use the clamps, I don't think, unless we get a stupid amount of cash for this alfalfa silage, which I don't think we will do, because we need to prioritise the wheel loader first. If we have enough cash to get the wheel loader and carry it through till December for the selling off time, then we could always sell the massive baler and use that cash to buy a forage wagon, because we've got a roller sat there in the clamp silage compactor. So the only other thing we would need is just to put some twins on whichever our heaviest tractor is. I'm in dire need of sheds though. Dire need of sheds. I think that's gonna be, I think, Christmas time. Because all we've got left to buy, like I said, we want to get onto the cows, but sheds shouldn't cost me that much. Not really. Not for what we want. So maybe with the December sell-off, because we'll have the spuds as well. Actually, thinking about it, the spuds will be gone then. I feel like I'm going to need another couple of grass fields, so we'll have to see what we get off this silage cut, because we're going to want a couple of 100 cows at least to make it worth his while. And really, we're going to want a couple of 100 heads in both sheds. So the cow shed would take the ones for meat and the milking parlour would take the dairy cows. So I don't think these 3 small fields are going to be enough for us to get the cow feed, enough cow feed that what we need. So, but if we buy a field up top, we could convert one of the fields down here to grass, and straight away I'm thinking the hill field, but I don't know. We'll have to see what future brings, but I think that is going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you want to help me out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.